Mic check. Good. Sorry to keep you guys waiting. I had to go to the bathroom once again before I was able to start 30 minutes ago. But anyway, let's do this. Here we go. So, this is it. We're going to be doing the game that you guys voted for, which I'm about to show you here. It's going to be Rainbow Six Siege again. So that's what we are going to do. I've said before that some people like me to I've said before that some people want me to play Repo, but I don't know. I'm not really in a hurry to play this game at all, so I'm just gonna lower down my priority list. Maybe Split Fiction or Rust or something else will pop along or something. But yeah, no rush. Oh hi, Rugzukin, welcome back. Welcome back, Rugzukin. Alright, so yeah, Rugzukin, it's good to see you again, man. And that's a very interesting thing, by the way. You know, here's the interesting thing, Rugzukin. I'm surprised that emote is allowed to be used by another channel. Because I doubt they own the because that clearly looks like Kirby. But whatever. Anyway, so it's good to see you again, Rugzukin. People voted for Siege again. Oh boy. Please. I don't think it's... Yep, I don't think that's it. I'm not worried. But yeah, we're still doing Siege as planned. And by the way, Rugzukin, I want to give you an update before I check the notifications here. I did make progress on Cyberpunk 2077. We're still doing Siege as promised, but I do want to quickly show you. Imagine if Rugzukin got a gifted sub here so he can do the same emotes, but from our end as well. Wouldn't that be nice? But I digress. Anyway, so I'm going to quickly show you how much progress I did. Isn't that so yeah, Rogzuken, I don't mind. They look like they're well done, but I don't think that the channel owns Kirby. So yeah, I don't know. But hey, I'm not the one holding the rights, so I'm not gonna worry about it too much. But yeah. Like at least when it comes to my emotes, at least I'm the one making the faces. But again, I digress. So I'm just glad that I have my own fair share, faces that took me 3 years to make. Yeah, took me 3 years to get a decent bunch of emotes there. But yeah, Rookswick, I'm gonna quickly show you and the rest of you guys how much progress I was doing in Cyberpunk. I'm not gonna spend the whole night on. I'm not gonna spend the whole night on playing Cyberpunk because that is not my cup of tea. So yeah. So here we go. Yeah, I'm just gonna quickly show you a save file here, and yeah.
Howdy, howdy, Night City. Welcome back. My guest tonight is Lieutenant Sarah Kokoski, spokeswoman for the NCP.
So yes, this is how much progress I was able to do off screen, Rugzukin. And this is what the cop car sounds like, without mods, by the way.
6-1 Adam, 6-1 Adam.
I'll be doing this gig here before doing the main quest here. So yes, so far in this map here, I've done all the main quests so far. All the main stuff I was able to do. I haven't touched these main quests, which are these icons right here, that have the dark colors on them. Actually, no. Down on the Street, Automatic Love, and Ghost Town. I haven't done those because those are the main storylines. So I'm not touching those until everything else is done. Basically, like, these gigs or... Yeah, these gigs here, the green icons, and all these other side jobs. I'll basically complete all of these first. Oh yeah, there's plenty of things to do, Rugzukin. And there are these random NCPD stuff that you can't see on the map. So you just have to drive around, and you just come. I mean, you just stumble upon them at your own time. So yeah, it's but at the very least, Rugzukin, I want to complete all the side quests that appear on the map. I already did all the Cyber Psycho missions, you know, where you have to kill certain enemies. You know what's funny, Rugzukin? Those Cyber Psychos were easy. All I did was stun lock them, so I didn't have to kill them. I didn't even have to use the environment at all or be sneaky. I just stun locked them until they eventually get defeated. That's all I did. It was very easy. But yeah, all these side jobs and these gigs I will do first before going into these main quests here, which are these three right here. So yeah, I don't know how long it's going to take to complete these. Actually, I forgot this tarot card over here, but that's fine. But at least I got most of them done. So yeah, that's how much progress I was able to do in 17 hours. I don't think this includes Phantom Liberty, the expansion, which I'm very fortunate to have thanks to Night here, but it's still plenty of things to do, obviously. I mean, you get what you pay for. So, yeah, Exukin, I'm not doing Cyberpunk the entire night, but I just wanted to quickly show you how much progress I have done. So basically, when I show you this game live, it'll be in the main story. I still gotta do these side jobs and all these random side gigs and stuff like that. Because I was able to get this much money without doing much. I don't know why I cannot. Here's the thing I don't understand. Why I cannot I have no clue why I cannot change my character's clothes in any way. I don't get it. I don't know why it's locked like that. I want to put some clothes there, but no, I have to change the outfit. Yeah, I wish I could change my look of the character, but that doesn't matter at this point right now. I'm just, you know, doing the side quests and all that stuff. So that's gonna take some time to do. Also, the game doesn't look too bad, even though I lowered some of the settings. This looks pretty good. So yeah, that's about it. Oh boy. Okay, Jesus Christ, too many freaking games. I'm swamping with games. Jesus Christ, thanks. I already have enough games. Jesus Christ. Cyberpunk? I've heard Tekken has gotten worse recently, Exukin. Apparently didn't do a good job on that game or whatever. But yeah, Split Fiction, 87 gigabytes. Oh boy. Oh my god. How am I gonna do a playthrough of that game? I hear Split Fiction is not a long game, but I gotta get my head into it. I got too many freaking games. Yeah, Exukin. I'm sorry to hear that, Exukin. People are not happy about that. Like, by comparison, Exukin, at least Street Fighter 6 did not mess up the balance. Or at least Street Fighter 6 is a decent game, even though some people not agree with some of the balance changes. So I'm glad I got Street Fighter 6, even if I don't play it all the time. But yeah, at least Street Fighter 6 is a solid game at the very least. So yeah, I guess I'll remove Repo from the wish list because that game is probably not gonna last. So I'm not gonna worry about that. Some people said play Rust, but nah. Also, there's the Precinct, which is basically GTA, but I don't know. I'm not in a rush for that. Anyway, I guess we're gonna be doing the Siege game. By the way, Xukin and Gruzukin, you should get gifted subs, in my opinion. I know it's just a sentiment thing, but yeah, you guys deserve it. It would be nice if the audience would do that more often. Not just one person, obviously, which I'm very grateful for, by the way. But, you know, it's always nice to have multiple people do it, so we can get hype trains going more often. But I'm very fortunate to have you guys. Anyway, so Rainbow Six Siege, Exukin. Ubisoft is not doing so well. They basically had to... they're basically losing money. So I don't know if you know much about business, Exukin and Ruxin, but Ubisoft is not doing so well. And it looks like Assassin's Creed Shadows is not going to make them... Yeah. Oh, no, they were not, Exukin. It's been a downward spiral. And that Assassin's Creed Shadows game wasn't very good either. It's a waste of money and time, apparently. The story is not good, and the execution of it was just not very good at all. And they basically screwed it up. It's like Snow White, except it's just as bad. But the thing is, Exukin, as you are aware, Ubisoft has been on a downward spiral a whole lot more. Like the company even told their employees, we are going through we're going through a process right now, and I kind of feel bad for them because I don't know if they're going to have their jobs or anything like that. Oh, I know, Exukin. The fact that there is even a buyout at all, it's not a very good sign because why do you need to have a buyout when if your business is doing well? And Rainbow Six Siege is not the only game that has to bring in the money to keep Ubisoft afloat. You would think Rainbow Six Siege would get a whole lot more content for each season, but no, they basically put the bare bones updates, and now they say they spent 2 to 3 years to do this Siege X update for a couple of new things. 2 to 3 years they worked on this apparently. That's not a lot. Makes me think how much Rainbow Six Siege was gutted because they're not making it. Ubisoft overall is not making enough money. Well, yeah, but why does it take 2 or 3 years, Exukin? Why? Zach, why did it take 2 to 3 years to do the Siege X update? You would think it would take them a bit sooner with the resources they have. And I don't know about you, Exukin, but now that I think about it, wait, are you talking about the Ubisoft thing or me? Because I don't know much about game development. Oh, yeah, exactly, Exukin. I'm not. You would think Rainbow Six Siege would get a bit better over time because it's one of the best games they have. But no, they've been developing for 3 years, and that's the best they can do. There are other bigger titles that can do a whole lot more in 2 to 3 years than whatever we see in this reveal here. I don't know about you, Exukin and Rozukin, but don't believe all these big channels and stuff like that. Like I mean, if I was sponsored, obviously I cannot be completely honest because the usual contractual obligation. But at least when you get with me, at least I'm being honest. And there are games out there that I know that are popular, but at least I can acknowledge that that game is not for me, that sort of a thing. But man, I don't like it when people just are not being honest, especially if you're putting your hard-earned money into it. Just delete the entire game. You waited. People have been waiting for it, and they just delete it. Yeah, yeah, no. Yeah, this game, I don't know if it's gonna. If I don't know if it's gonna. And you have to wait 3 months for that supposed Siege X update to finally come out. Yep, Exukin. I mean, Ubisoft was never the best company ever because they just cannot change the open world formula, all that. But in the last few years, it has gotten significantly worse to the fact that they need to have another company just to buy them out, or at least buy parts of the company just to stay afloat. That's not a good sign for. I'm not a business person, by the way. I'm not. But the fact that you need to have that happening, oh my god, come on. Yep, exactly, Exukin. Exactly. And as time went on with this game, even the character designs, Exukin, they're kind of meh. I know this is a tactical type of a game, but even the character designs are kind of meh. It's not as bad as Concord, Exukin, which I think you are aware of, but it's kind of meh. I mean, Sentry is your typical defender operator. Oh, go ahead, Exukin. I'll let you type it out. But yeah, as time went on, the operators that this game offers, they gotten a more generic. Yeah, there's nothing really that stand out. I mean, I don't mind if you have different skin color or different races in a game, but the character designs are kind of meh, and nothing much really stood out. That's what I first said when I first started playing this game. But the main thing that got me interested in this game at all was the gameplay. But yeah, when looking at these character designs, they're kind of meh. Nothing really sticks out. I mean, I know it's supposed to be tactical, but yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so Exukin, there is a big difference between how the games are. If you don't include the indie titles or indie devs, when it comes to the bigger companies here in the West compared to say Japan, for example, at least in Japan they keep the same developers for years because that's their career. I mean, Japanese culture is not without its flaws. There's plenty of documentaries and videos explaining that, which is a whole different story. But the point I'm trying to make here is, at least in Japan, for example, they keep the same people, the same skill set of, people that have the experience of programming, designing games, that sort of a thing. But here in the West, by comparison, they basically have these really talented writers, designers, and all that. But then they get thrown away or get fired for the company because it's not guaranteed, it's not a guaranteed employment for the next 10, 20 years, that sort of a thing. So that's why when you have these new games in development, it's made by people who don't have the experience or anything like that. So yeah, I hope you understand what I'm trying to say here, Xukin, about the how that kind of contributes to how some of these games are very lackluster. Like well, what I was about to say next. And yeah, some of these character designs here in Rainbow Six Siege are kind of meh, especially the newer characters. And by the way, Xukin, the newest character in this game, the newest operator in this game is called Raura. I think she is female, but she looks so androgynous with this design here. You cannot even tell. I mean, I don't mind, characters being androgynous, but it doesn't look really visually appealing to me. I know Marvel Rivals, by comparison, is a hero shooter, completely different to this, but at least the character designs in that game are interesting. Makes you look at them at the very least. That's the whole freaking point of a video game. But here in this game, by comparison, nothing really sticks out. I mean, there are some that kind of make you look a bit more, but overall, it's overall. I don't know, Exoken. This Rainbow Six Siege is a solid game, at least when it comes to gameplay. But I have a feeling this game and Ubisoft are in a sinking ship right now, unless they do something to turn things around. I mean, Assassin's Creed Shadows is basically no different to Dragon Age Veilguard. Yeah, I don't know. The character designs don't make things stand out at all. So now, you remember GTA 4 Exukin? I don't know. I don't remember the story exactly, but at least the characters in that game were interesting. The looks, the voice acting, everything sticks out. Now, I know it's not a first-person shooter like this one, but the point I'm trying to make is at least the characters were memorable. Here, nothing really sticks out too much, just when it comes to visuals. Yeah, exactly, Xukin. I wish GTA 4 was easy to run on today's computers. But the GTA 4 PC port is so badly coded and programmed that not even modders can fix that game completely. It's still a pain in the ass to get GTA 4 running properly. I don't even play GTA 5 anymore. I'd rather play Cyberpunk instead. Not even 5M saved GTA 5. It's a very shallow, hollow type of a game. I tried. And no, I don't care. I tried the passive mode in GTA 5 Online, but no, you can't do certain missions because of that. Because no, you gotta be at the mercy of getting killed by random players and stuff like that. No, thanks. No. Oh, oh, yeah. And even if we're not talking GTA 4 Online, GTA 4 as a game is difficult to run on PCs nowadays because at least GTA 5 has one thing that GTA 4 doesn't. At least the game is optimized. But GTA 4, good luck with that. Even with mods. Even modders can't seem to figure out how to optimize the game because it still runs really badly at times. Even with all the hardware advancements 10 plus or so years later, I don't know. Maybe there's a mod out there that finally optimized the game, but man, it's not easy to get that game running. At least I'm aware of. But I do like the atmosphere of GTA 4 and the world. It's just that the PC port was not as polished as GTA 5, at least. Yeah, I think Rainbow Six Siege is, unless something significant happens to Ubisoft, I don't think they're gonna recoup their losses. Assassin's Creed Shadows is probably not gonna make up, with the dev cost. Unfortunately, I don't think it will. They could have had a home run with that game, but no, they decided to put in their politics. I've heard similar to what Dragon Age Veilguard did, Exukin and Rookzukin. Let me tell you about Dragon Age: The Veilguard. I didn't play that game, but based on what I've heard, Dragon Age Veilguard is an insulting game, especially if you're a huge Dragon Age fan, which I am. I played Dragon Age Origins and Dragon Age 2. Dragon Age 2 was not as good as Dragon Age Origins, but at least the story and the setting was solid at least. I hear Dragon Age Inquisition was good, and I think Dragon Age Inquisition is the last game in the series that is actually good and faithful to the source material. But Dragon Age Veilguard, they decided to put their politics, and it's written by people who don't like Dragon Age. It's very insulting, by the way, because you cannot even import your save files from all 3 previous games into Dragon Age Veilguard. That's how insulting that game is. And people say that game is good. It's not. The writing is also pretty bad. It's bad. I did try running GTA 4 on PC, but it doesn't look like my computer is taking advantage of the hardware. Again, it's just that the PC port was not properly optimized from what I've heard. So it's unfortunate. Yeah, yeah, I don't have I based on the things I've heard about Ubisoft, I don't have much hope for them unless something significant is going to be changed. But man, oh yeah, Ghost Recon Breakpoint was also very disappointing as well. Oh my god. That game was so boring. The premise of, dealing with the infected was pretty cool, but no, it was a very boring game. I tried it. Have you heard of that game? Okay, Ghost Recon Breakpoint is good. Okay, no. This is not the one I was talking about. Sorry, that was the wrong game. I didn't play this game, but I did not play this one. But I've tried the other Ghost. I didn't play this game, so I don't know if it's good. But the Extraction one, sorry, that's the one I meant to say. That's what I meant to say. Rainbow Six Extraction. Rainbow Six Extraction. This one was disappointing. That's what I meant to say. The premise of, dealing with the infected with the same Rainbow Six Siege characters was interesting. But no, the game is repetitive. And I stopped playing it. I still have the game on my library, but I cannot refund it because it's too much time has passed. This game is very disappointing. I tried. There was another. There's another. I tried Ghost Recon Wildlands Exukin, but this game was boring. I even looked up the ending. It doesn't feel like a payoff at all. So I don't know if Breakpoint is any better, but I'm not really that interested. So, I have to just disagree, Exukin. Wildlands was kind of boring to me. It was so boring that I looked up the ending. and I feel like I wasn't missing much. Now, I don't know about Breakpoint though, because it takes place in a completely different setting. So I cannot really tell you if this is any improvement over Wildlands. So yeah, I don't know. The story and the setting has to be interesting, but Wildlands was not for me at all. Compared to that, to say Baldur's Gate 3 Exukin, I am not a D&D person at all. But again, it's the story, the settings, and the characters. Based on first impressions, it made me care about the game. Ghost Recon Wildlands? No. Maybe Split Fiction will get my interest when I finally decide to do a playthrough of this game, because I got Cyberpunk going on right now. Maybe Yakuza and Persona 5, but I am so torn because I have too many games. I'm very glad to have all these games, Zukin, but it's also a bad thing because I have to go with what my gut feeling is telling me. I've been having fun with Marvel Rivals as well, by the way, Zukin. I'm glad Marvel Rivals is, at the moment, at the very least, a decent hero shooter game, especially in the competitive side of things. The biggest problems with Marvel Rivals is the optimization of the PC port, which definitely could be better. I don't like Valorant. Still, I will never like Valorant, but at least by comparison, that game is optimized. I hope Marvel Rivals will finally get optimized so that anybody can play that game, even if you don't have the best computer. Hopefully, they'll figure that out. So it is a quote-unquote tactical hero shooter, but at least it's fun. And that's what I like about it. And you need to find the right teammates to make it worth your while. But anyway, back to Rainbow Six Siege. I don't have huge hopes for this game. I don't think things are gonna get better, especially with Ubisoft having all these money problems, and the fact that they're waiting so long for these updates to come out. You would think they would put more effort into their strongest games like this one, but no, they're not putting their priorities to this for whatever reason. And they say they've been working 2 or 3 years for that Siege update, just for a few new things, which doesn't sound much. Oh boy. What are their priorities, Exukin? I don't know what to tell you. It's not very encouraging, to say the least. Well, I did play some of the games, Knight. I did try out a couple. I did play a couple of those games, and I did try to tell you to request a refund for those as soon as possible. So yeah, I'm fully aware, Knight, but I'm just trying my best here. And if you saw the beginning of tonight's show, Knight, I did show you how much progress I did with Cyberpunk. I'm doing the side quests first before doing the main story. And so far, it's interesting, but the AI is definitely flawed. I don't know. So here's the thing, Exukin. I didn't look this up yet. If you increase difficulty in Cyberpunk, does the AI behavior become more challenging? Or is it still the same? Or they just become more they just become bigger health sponges or something? Because I was able to stun lock some of the enemies, and it's so easy to do that as well. It was so easy. The AI is definitely not the strong point when it comes to Cyberpunk. But then again, GTA games were more or less the same thing. So based on your experience, Exukin, if you increase the difficulty, does the AI behavior change? Or is it still the same? Because again, some of those missions or side quests, I can just stun lock the enemies and just get through it easily.
All right.
So I can't wait to finally go through the game myself. So. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know you can mod games, especially single-player ones. But, yeah, I was talking vanilla, but, yeah.
Holy! Alright, so wrecked. Yo,
Yeah.
Alex.
When it comes to Cyberpunk,
Did
yeah.
you not just see that?
Yes, I seen it. Yes, I seen it. Yes, I seen it.
I'm the GOAT.
Yes, you are. Hey, Greg's about to hop on. Greg,
Greg
we'll have
on
to play.
Siege.
Yeah, we'll have to play a quick match. Greg.
Yeah,
Or no, 'cause this
Exukin.
is
Yeah, I know
Eric's
you
last
can
game.
mod the game to make it
But
more
I'm saying it's
challenging, but for me
honorable.
personally,
It's
I'm
honorable.
not interested yet because I don't know much about the game.
Yeah,
But I'm
I
having
watched,
fun. Maybe I'll mod the game a whole lot more once I complete the game entirely, but I'm
Sorry,
having
no,
a
it's
great
not better.
time because I don't know what the story is like, really.
With your stuff, or we'll get rid of all your stuff.
Oof.
But yeah, I mean, just like Oblivion, just like Skyrim,
I mean, never mind.
and
Hey, shut up, before I beat you up.
and every other single player game, you can mod it. So there's nothing wrong with that, really. So I can only imagine what that's like. So yeah. Okay. I imagine how many mods there are, Exukin, but I bet they're sure there are some good ones out there that'll make the experience a whole lot better besides difficulty. Well, I don't know the mods for that game. I mean, I bet some of the mods in Cyberpunk are very similar to previous games that I played in the past, like GTA. But I imagine there are certain mods in Cyberpunk that stand out more than the rest. Yeah, I haven't looked into it yet because I'm pretty happy with the vanilla game so far because I haven't completed the story yet or even leveled things up. So I'm happy to go at my own pace. And at least the vanilla game is not excruciatingly difficult, so I can at least get used to it. So, but I still feel the jank even after all the patches, Exukin. But then again, I'm glad to play the game as it is now compared to what it was on launch. That's the good news. Oh, come on, I can't put it here. You gotta be kidding me. Some surfaces you can do it, and some others you can't. Oh, that's lame. It's... yeah, I don't know. Okay. Yeah, I tried. At least this player's not cheating, at least. So yeah, Xukin, I'm having a blast. Marvel Rivals in particular, I'm happy that it's doing okay so far. It's doing still has lots of players, but I hope they don't screw it up because you know. I really hope that Marvel Rivals is gonna set an example to these Western developers, and not to screw things up and include politics. That's what I've been noticing a whole lot of Xukin in the last 10 or so years when it comes to games. They just think it's a good idea to put politics, and you think it's gonna be a better game. No? I don't know why they keep doing that. Just like TV shows and movies. Like, give me a break. Cool. This is just a quick match, so... There you go. Simple. The thing about this game is knowing the maps. That's the thing that will get you the most, because visually you can't always tell where things are. It took me hundreds of hours just to get decent at this game, Xukin. I did not look at any gameplay videos. I didn't look at other people's channels. Nothing. I just played the game at my own pace, and I got better at it slowly over time. Which pains me, Xukin, like I said earlier, because, again, say what you want about this game, it's still one of the better, overall, best Ubisoft games that are live service or, you know, multiplayer, because it's the only one of the... It's one of the very few games online that really sticks out for Ubisoft here. And they're not putting in the effort to this game to release more content like they used to. So yeah, Xukin, I'm worried because I think with all that corporate restructuring, because, you know, they're not making enough money, things are gonna happen eventually. Like I don't know if the people that are working this game are gonna keep their jobs, just so they can keep the game going, or at least try to do something different. Compared that to, say, Marvel Rivals, that hasn't been out in like 2 years yet, it's doing relatively well so far. But yeah, I'm worried, Xukin, because this is at least a solid game when it comes to gameplay. But man, I'm worried. I really am. One of the better games Ubisoft has, and they're not putting the effort. Oh my god. Oh, I know, Exukin. It's like having a fandom, Exukin. I don't know if you've ever had a strong fandom for one of your favorite books, TV shows, anime, games, whatever. So when you have that fandom going, and then something happens to your favorite fandom franchise, it hurts because you would think it's gonna continue to go decently well, but no, no. Take Larian Studios for Baldur's Gate 3. I mean, I was a bit heartbroken to hear that they're not going to make a follow-up to that game because I really did like Baldur's Gate 3. But I'm glad that they are not going to burn themselves out and they're just going to make another game that hopefully will have similar good story settings, characters, dialogue choices and stuff like that because I was very glad and happy on what they did with Baldur's Gate 3 and it's just going to get better from there. I don't think they're going to be like CD Projekt Red, where they released Cyberpunk when it wasn't even ready yet. But yeah, and I did mention this before, Exukin. When it comes to Baldur's Gate 3 story, based on how I played it, compared to, say, BioWare when they were in their peak back in the late 2000s and early 2010s, Baldur's Gate 3 story doesn't come close to peak BioWare at all. But in this day and age, I'm glad that Baldur's Gate 3 was still a good game, nevertheless. Not easy to find entertaining games like that nowadays, especially with your hard-earned money and time. So yeah, it's one of the few developers I care about right now, especially for big releases and stuff that's not indie or small releases. Yeah, it's whatever Larian Studios' next game is, it's gonna be years away. So. Oh, I know, Exukin. There's really not many games that stick out. I mean, don't get me started about the indie games, Exukin. There are some good indie games out there right now, but really not many of them stand out. They don't have the retention. Not very many games on Steam have the retention, and everybody wants to be the first to make videos or say this game is fun, but really it turns out it's not really that fun overall. Like this other side game, for example. I don't know if Knight has it or is it even interested to play this game because it's basically yet another Phasmophobia clone. But at least this game has promise, even though I haven't seen Knight play this game yet. But but just like actual Phasmophobia, this game is more interesting when you have at least one other person with you. That's it. And don't get me started on Puppy Playtime, Exukin. On launch, when it comes to Puppy Playtime Chapter 4, it was so buggy and glitchy. Why they release it like that and just patch it later? Why? Why couldn't you spend more time on the game just to patch it and fix it later? This whole release now and fix later mentality, I'm getting tired of it, Exukin. It's so convenient to patch things afterwards, but come on. What happened to release a game at its best state possible and then, patch and fix some bugs that you didn't see later, that sort of a thing. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one saying this. There are countless videos out there that talk about modern gaming. Ugh. A good example, like I said before, is Baldur's Gate 3. Now, Baldur's Gate 3 didn't have that many features on launch, but it was good. Yeah, Exukin. I'm sorry. Yeah, I have to agree in a way, Exukin. Gaming is not the same like it used to be. This, again, the whole release now, fix later mentality. Oh my god. Please. Is it too much to ask for a decent game? Is it too much to ask? Oh my god. And I mean, even if games were not expensive, good luck having player attention for them. Give me a second. By the way, Exukin, another classic example I want to bring up again is Starship Troopers Extermination. Now, the gameplay for this game will probably not interest you because it doesn't look the best. But at least when it comes to the gameplay loop and what you need to do, it's something that at least I can have fun with at times. Compare that to Helldivers 2, it's a chore to play. It doesn't feel fun. And I didn't care if there were many different difficulties. I just didn't care about playing 20, 30 minutes just to unlock things. It was just not fun for me. So sometimes less is better. And this is why I sometimes play this game, even though I don't have many hours on it. So I even recently played City Skylines again. Do not play City Skylines 2. Do not buy City Skylines 2. It's worse than the first game. But anyway, back to... Yeah, I don't even know if anybody playing this game is even interested right now, because it's very discouraging to hear how Ubisoft is not doing so well financially. It's very discouraging, to say the least. What time is it right now? 10:16. Okay, I already did a quick match already. I'm just gonna take a chance with rank. I don't even care what my rank is at this point in Siege, because Ubisoft again is not doing so well right now. But let's see if we can have a decent rank game at least. I don't know if Remedy or anybody else is on right now, but I'm gonna try at least one ranked game. At least with Rainbow Six Siege, I can solo queue, but Marvel Rivals, by comparison, no. You need to have a decent group, even if you have one or two other people with you in your team. But I have a feeling that this is probably toxic, but whatever. I'm prepared. It's very discouraging, Exukin. I mean, we all want to escape from, real life stress and just have some fun entertainment after a long day at work, whatever. And our gaming hobby, the companies are not even doing their best to give us the best entertainment possible. There's only a few games that really stick out, which is really unfortunate. Everything has gotten so bloated too, so... Again, I'm not the only one saying this. There are plenty of videos out there talking about that. You know what's funny, Zukin? I do have some PS2 games as well, especially on the emulator. So yeah, some PS1, PS2. I have the emulator. So yeah, I'm with you there on that one. I can still play old games, by the way, Zukin. So you're not the only one, man. I do have some old games. Like, do you remember America's Army 2, Exukin? I think I showed you that game a couple of times. It doesn't have a lot of people playing it, but at least I can play it. Sure, it may not be the most polished first-person shooter because it really was an American Army tool, game tool, but at least I can play it. So yeah, I don't mind going back to old games that people have forgotten or just they don't care about. So yeah, Glitch, welcome back, man. I was just having a speech of how modern gaming is not good like it used to be. For me, Glitch, I've become to embrace it. I'm glad to have an audience, Glitch. I don't care how small or big our audience is gonna get. I'm very glad to have people watching, even if they don't chat. So yeah, I mean, obviously, I wish there were a whole lot more people, because I can have more things to talk about, and hype things up for a hype train, especially if the people decide to be generous with their wallets, especially nowadays. But I'm glad to have people here, even if they're not here all the time, like Hale, Glitch, Exukin, Knight, Remedy, Google Maps, and countless other names I can't think of right now. But you know who you are, especially if you've been here for years. And by the way, Exukin, 3 minutes to find a freaking match. Wow, 3 minutes to find a match on solo queue. Lovely. I wasn't planning to play ranked tonight. I would usually like to play it with at least one or two other people. But I'm gonna try solo queuing here, and hopefully it'll go decently. And yeah, Glitch, I don't have much hope on Ubisoft as a company, Glitch. Rainbow Six Siege, which you're seeing right now, is one of their strongest games. But even Rainbow Six Siege alone is not enough for them to make money. They really dropped the ball with Assassin's Creed Shadow glitch, by the way. I don't know if you've heard about that game and how it's not doing so well, but it's not worth your money or time at all. They really messed it up. That's all you need to know. Yeah, modern gaming is really painful, to say the least. There's very few games that stick out. That's what we were just talking about, Glitch. At least Marvel Rivals is still a fun game. Although finding people skilled at it is not easy. But I did get very lucky on it, though. Oh, yes, they are. They still are, Glitch. The fact that they had to reduce ownership of the company, have Tencent come in just to stay afloat, that is not a very good sign, Glitch. It's not. Like, why do you have to do that? And Assassin's Creed Shadows is probably going to be their newest game to flop. It's not going to make them the money back on the dev costs either. And like we were just talking to Rugzukin here, Assassin's Creed Shadows should have been a home run for Ubisoft. But no, they decided to insert their politics into that game. What else is new with modern games nowadays? Thinking it's a good idea to insert their modern politics into that game. Yeah. Okay. Oh, so close. Oh well. I should have been a bit more aggressive, but that's okay. Yeah, I'm not really worried about the ranking in this game anymore. I thought of, I could maybe climb it someday, but no. With Ubisoft's continued money problems, nah. I'm just gonna play this game for its entertainment value alone whenever I'm in the mood, and that's it. Okay. Yeah, I'm not really expecting the solo queue to go so well for this game, but at least I can do something, or at least try my best, so... Yeah, it's very discouraging, by the way, Glitch. Yeah, it's, I'm just trying to have... I just want fun games to do after a long day, but no. Those are not easy to come by again. Oh, I'm open to suggestions, Xukin. Ugh. Didn't they fix the... don't they... Here's the thing, Xukin. Doesn't APP still have server problems? Doesn't APP still have server problems? They had to turn off their matchmaker as well because they can't seem to figure that out. So you can have missions right now where you can't even have missions. Didn't they just turn off the matchmaker or something where you cannot you can have missions where there's no... They don't have anti-cheat anymore. What the hell happened to that game, Xukin? I thought they had anti-cheat working. Yeah, Xukin, like, you would think after all these years with the programmers they have, you would think they could figure it out, but no. Like, come on. Yeah, it's just not very encouraging to hear. That's why I barely touched ABB, Xukin. Like, they had to turn off their matchmaker because some problems or something keep occurring again. Like, come on. Yeah, like they have to bring in their old matchmaker where there's a chance you don't get any games and you just have to do missions by yourself. Like, come on. Like, are you really having a difficult time figuring out the game and its coding? Or at least start off scratch? Yeah, I don't know about you, Xukin, but they should have just made new APB game from scratch. I don't know if they have the rights to it, but man... Wow, how deep that game has fallen. To this day, Xukin, I can't think of too many cops and robbers type MMO or multiplayer games like ABB. That's the only reason why people still play that game. But the fact that it continues to make blunder after blunder, oh my god. Oh, I know, Xukin. Oh, I know. They can't seem to figure it out, Xukin, which is very frustrating to say the least. Yeah, I have no clue what's going on in Xukin. But yeah, that's why I hardly touch APP anymore. It had potential, but no. Oh, it used to be a decent game. Yes, Xukin, see what I did there? It used to be. Then they got squandered as years went by. At least I can play AVB. I can't do League Legends, though. At least AVB doesn't make me angry.
He's half.
Okay, that works. Lucky shot. Yeah, I mean, despite all the flaws of all the dev efforts that have gone into this game, I can at least play Rainbow Six Siege, unlike, say, Counter-Strike 2, or even Valorant. I said this last night, Exukin, but, you know, if Valorant is so dedicated to its competitive scene, why is there no replay function in that game? You know, you can watch the highlights of your previous game to see what your best play was, or you can look how your teammates were positioned in the last game so you can analyze it later. But no, there's no such thing like that after all these years. It seems like they care more about, you know, selling their gun skins that are very expensive already. I'm not paying $40 for a gun skin if the gameplay or the modes are lacking in content. It's good to see you, Neil Encore. It's good to see you, man. Ubisoft has money problems. That's basically the long story short, Neil Encore. If you didn't hear what I said earlier. That's why I'm not having the best hopes for Rainbow Six Siege right now. Because even though it is one of their better Ubisoft games, they need to have money coming in just to stay afloat. And they can't seem to figure it out. I have no clue what's going on with them. Why can't they seem to figure it out? And we were just talking about earlier how Assassin's Creed Shadows should have been a home run for them. But no. They had to screw that up too. When it comes to Rainbow Six Siege, it's okay. I'm just solo queuing right now, but yeah. Mute is so low. But yeah, but speaking of other games, Dylan Core, remember PlanetSide 2? They're finally doing a server merge 3 days from now. So there's only one server for North America. That's gonna be interesting. Yeah, Xukin. PlanetSide 2 is finally getting one server now. It used to have two when their population was much higher. But they're finally doing a server merge in a few days from now. So that should be interesting. I used to have fun with PlanetSide 2, but the problem with that game is that it gets repetitive. There's not many things to do. And that game does best when it has the player population to boot, but it doesn't, unfortunately. It just went on a downward spiral as time went on. And all the high-profile designers and the people that worked on that game have left the company by now. So if you've ever seen any of their live stuff from the past, they're no longer with the game anymore. Now there's nobody doing any PR for that game as much anymore. All you see are some pictures of some devs every once in a while, but nothing much really. And yeah. Also, Rainbow Six Siege is still a solid game for the moment, but they're not doing enough to add more stuff to the game. So things are getting a bit repetitive here as well. Okay. They did, Nix, but that means they're not doing well financially just to stay afloat. That's the problem. Like, why did they have to do that? Well, they're not doing well financially, unfortunately. That's the long story short. Well, yeah, they're not doing very well financially, unfortunately. Yeah, Assassin's Creed Shadows is probably not going to make them the money back, just like Dragon Age Veilguard. Two games that are not really that good, unfortunately, which is a darn shame. Even most people like us can see the writing on the wall. It sounds good on paper that they're getting more money, but no. Yeah, but is that going to be enough? Because Ubisoft just keeps screwing it up. Like, they screwed up Assassin's Creed Shadows too. A game that's supposed to have been a home run, like we said before. But no. It's not a home run for Ubisoft because politics was more important, you know, than making a good game, apparently. It's really crappy. Right now, I'm just doing a rank game here just to see if I can do decently well with solo queues. And that's what worries me, Nix. It can be a good or a bad thing. But the fact is, Ubisoft didn't have to do this whole partnership with Tencent in the first place. They didn't have to, in my opinion. Like, why do you need Tencent? Yeah, Ubisoft just cannot seem to get things right. And I think you are aware too, Xuken. Like, yeah. Okay. Of course. Of course. Just when I think I'm gonna make a... Just when I think I make a play, no, I get friendly fired. Oh, that's freaking wonderful. That's great. Yeah, they should have not done those. They should not have done politics all those years ago. Just like Hollywood as well. But man, the damage is already done. I think there was a chance we could have gone to overtime that last game. But of course I had to get team killed. Oh, that was freaking awesome. Just trying to make a play there, but no. Oh well. That's why I didn't even bother getting the battle pass for this, because it doesn't make me care about getting it. It's just not worth it. Yeah, I'm not really feeling the I'm not really feeling the fun on these games much like they used to be. I think it's I think they're just, trying to stay afloat. But whatever. Yeah, I'm not really in the mood for another ranked game there. I mean, say what you want about Larian Studios, the makers of Baldur's Gate 3. At least they tried to stay humble, and they continued to improve Baldur's Gate 3, even though they're not making a sequel to that game. At least that game is going to do well in the long run. And that's one of the very few studios I can talk positively for the time being. They're sort of like CD Projekt Red, but so far they haven't had any stinkers yet, which is good. So I'm going to do one more quick match here. Right now, Nyx, I've been having fun with, Final Fantasy 14 story, and yep. Yeah, that's not something you can say a whole lot nowadays, Nyx, which I'm glad. I had fun with Baldur's Gate 3, as you know, Nyx. And the fact that they made a D&D type of game interesting to me was amazing. It's a good thing I did not play the game on a higher difficulty, otherwise I would have been stumped. It'll probably be years away before we will find out what Larian Studios' next game is going to be. But they deserve it. I mean, they spent all those years, making Baldur's Gate 3, and it paid off. Exactly, Nyx. I don't know. I mean, like I said, D&D was not my cup of tea at all. But again, the story, the characters, and the setting made me care, and I continued. It's a good thing I was able to go through it, even though not being good at the genre. Again, great. I don't know if Marvel Rivals is your type of a game, Nyx, but it's a hero shooter I can care about, at the very least. Gotcha, Nyx. Yeah, I'm just doing a quick match right now. I'm not in the mood for a long match. I thought I killed that player, but no. Oh well. Yeah, I don't know what Ubisoft's future is gonna be. But based on what I've heard, it doesn't sound positive. I'll continue to enjoy Siege whenever I can, whenever I'm in the mood. But, yeah. I don't mind playing pixelated games, but they need to be something that I care about. Especially on the story, that sort of a thing. Gameplay has to be good too, that's that as well, so. Yeah. right? Did they do the recoil nerf recently? Or was that a while ago, Nick? Because I haven't been paying attention to the patch notes that much. Oh, gotcha, Nix. Yes. And I missed it. Oh well. I don't play Siege as much like I used to. I just got lost interest. And this was even before I heard Ubisoft had money problems as well. Just this game has gone stale. They're not adding enough things to the game just to freshen things up every once in a while. That's why I've been doing Marvel Rivals, Cyberpunk, and the Final Fantasy XIV a whole lot more overall than this game. Oh, he actually went around. Nice. I mean, I can see myself getting better at this game if I put in more time, but I just don't see myself doing it as much anymore. Especially since they're not having. Now I understand why some of the people that don't play this game as much when this game first launched all those years ago. Now I'm starting to understand it, especially when we're not doing enough. They can make nighttime maps interesting as well. Even casually on either quick match, standard, or competitive, it's the same for me, Nix. I just can't do it. It just has gotten to the point where it has gotten stale. They're not adding enough things to the game. I mean, sure they add some new operators to mix things up, but it's not enough for me. It's not enough. And by the way, Nix, I thought of revisiting Apex Legends, but I've heard they got rid of the 3 versus 3 mode. So they have that Battle Royale mode as their main mode now. I don't care about their Battle Royale mode. It's not fun to me. It's not. Their 3 versus 3 mode, which I forgot what it's called, that was the only redeeming factor in the game. And they got rid of that. Fun stuff. The thing is, Nix, it's nice to have it appeal to both casual and serious type of players. And that's how you make yourself a good game. Oh yes, Nix, they can't seem to change the formula. They can't seem to figure it out. Like, it's very frustrating, to say the least.
Inside. On B.
Okay, that works. That works. Last one. Yeah, there's really not many games that stick out. I might do Split Fiction, but right now I'm trying to do Cyberpunk, which is pretty fun. Marvel Rivals I can also play, but it needs to be with at least 1 or 2 other people just to make the most out of the matches, especially in competitive. And yeah, and Final Fantasy 14, the story I do like in that game. So yeah, those are my interests right now, Nix. This is still a solid game, but it's really testing my patience right now because it's just gotten stale. I mean, live service games are not something you should squander. You need to have a very good thing going because just everybody's trying to one-up each other nowadays. Graphics are really not the problem anymore. It's the gameplay design and everything else about games. It has to be interesting. Final Fantasy 14 is an MMO, but there are other games in the franchise that are not just MMO mechanics. So if it's not for you, it's not for you. But yeah. Everybody has their preferences. Who the heck is this person? Don't you just love it when you get friend requests from people that you don't recognize at all? Yep, I have no clue who this person is, and I'm not gonna look it up. Yep. Yep. Yeah, and the interesting part is they don't even message me. They still don't say anything. Like, yeah, that is very suspicious. Yep. Yeah, I'm gonna finish off this quick match here. Yeah, Discord. Yeah, I just got a random friend request. No messaging, by the way. That's very suspicious. Oh, great. Oh, got 2. Lovely. Nope. Yeah, it's and another thing I want to say is the win or loss ratio when it comes to the multiplayer games as well, it doesn't bother me either. The fun factor, unfortunately, is not there as much like it used to be. It's just that eventually, after certain repetition, it just, oh my god, it doesn't make me care one way or the other, unfortunately. Yeah, that's why Marvel Rivals is one of those games that still keep my interests. At least when you have a decent team with you, it can be fun. It's not for you, but for me personally, it can be very satisfying when everything goes very well. And I've gotten used to it. I said this story, I've said this tale before as well, but I tried Overwatch 2 in particular, but I didn't find it fun at all. It was so forgettable that I didn't even care to learn the mechanics at all. The characters did look interesting, but again, I didn't want to know more at all. But yes, next, going back to that little comment you said earlier, yes, I've had artists, try to friend request me because they want commissioned work and all that stuff. I have a bad feeling that that's gonna that's not gonna work so well when that's gonna die down as well. I mean, you don't get me wrong, there's still commissioned work for emotes and stuff like that, but it's not gonna be as big like it used to be. So, yeah. Most of the emotes I do are relatively straightforward, although I would definitely need artists to help out and stuff like that, so yeah. 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 Oh yeah, Nix. That's what I had to do, unfortunately. Tell them I am not interested at all. And yeah. Yep. Yeah, Drop hasn't been having the luck, unfortunately. So, yeah. This game, as you can tell, Nix, I've been having fun with it. I mostly play as I mostly play as. All right, we'll be playing some Marvel Rivals then. Yeah, so when it comes to Marvel Rivals, Nix, as you know, you need to play this game with the right people. Otherwise, you're not gonna have a fun time. But it's great. It's great when it works. So yeah. Yeah, this season, the current season for this game, Nix, if you're still watching, it ends in about 5 days from now. So I'm pretty happy with the progress I've been able to make so far. So yeah, it's been going pretty good. I'm happy to stay at what I'm good at, so yeah. Yeah, when it comes to other games, Cyberpunk is something that I'm interested to progress. It's actually, the story and the setting is pretty cool. So yeah. For me personally, Nix, thankfully it doesn't have Fortnite in it. The closest thing to Fortnite in this game is the Groot walls. The Groot walls are the closest thing to Fortnite in this game, thankfully. And the monetization in this game isn't terrible. You can get skins for your characters, but it doesn't affect gameplay. And the modes in this game are a lot more straightforward. The modes you got to get is either quick match or competitive, and some other modes here as well. At least the game feels fun when you have a decent team with you. Oh, the feel? I put... Oh, crap. Oh, the battery for this thing is dying. For me, for me personally, Nix, it doesn't feel like Fortnite at all. And I played Fortnite. Fortnite, oh... Yeah, I didn't like the feel of it at all. The Battle Royale mode especially wasn't interesting either, and I've tried it. Because the whole domination and capture for this game I actually care about, so yeah. I think we're gonna get a fourth person. Yeah. Yep, looks like they're finished with that game. I wonder how that went. Oh, they won. I mean... Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. So... For me, I don't mind the cartoony look in the game at all. So, it looks fine to me. I mean, it is Marvel after all, so... Okay, here we go. Alright, let's give it a try. Give it a shot. So, let's give it a shot. I have no clue how this is gonna go, but yeah, give it a shot. Take it easy, Nix. Oh, we're doing domination again, okay. Okay. We're doing a 4-stack. Interesting.
Which hero do you think you want to be today?
I'm not the type who fades quietly into the background.
Now, who am I gonna banish from this match?
You bang Groot as well. Okay. Okay. Can ban Namor. Okay. Okay.
Pick your hero. Or villain, I'm not judging.
Okay. There we go.
We didn't ask to be heroes, but we always answer the call.
30 seconds before you attack.
Spider-Man and Venom. This should be hectic, to say the least.
Archer, I hope you don't plan to miss today.
Why would I plan to miss?
Well, it's a little joke before battle. Never mind.
Okay. Alright.
The
let's
battle
try it.
starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
My heart hurts for my brother, but that will not stop me from defending Asgard.
There they are.
Strength from great distance. My need was great.
Just what the doctor ordered.
Clearly you needed some help.
Looks like the mission area is yours to capture now.
I'm a better sniper than their sniper.
We can always count on you, Spidey.
Mission area is yours.
Got you covered.
I like the cold.
Feel the pull!
We got it.
Over here! I can psionic surge! Anyone willing to help?
Return this golden realm to its
Clear the way! That's much better. No worries, I've got your back. Feel the pull! Clear the way!
Nice.
Vortex field! Vortex field! Iced up! Psionic burst!
You've captured the entire mission area. Keep going.
But also I feel more comfortable.
Find that air!
Control lost.
Disappear! Plasma! A little help, please.
Ow.
Shields up!
happy to help.
It's clear I'm still needed here. No worries, I've got your back. Vortex field!
I am barely
Over
wounded.
here! I can kill you!
We face a deadly enemy from afar.
Here's how you
I am Asgard's might.
I suck!
Stay where you were. You get a web and you get a web and you get a web.
I've got you covered.
Nice.
We have triumphed, friends.
You're too loud.
Nice.
The wrath of Asgard!
That one hurts. Thanks so much.
Loki must...
The area's almost yours!
Okay.
Feel the pull! Feeling fantastic. Psionic burst! Anyone willing to help?
I am barely wounded.
Vortex field!
Ow.
We'll have to keep fighting until we have a winner.
Don't care.
Control
I
lost!
won't disappear so easily. Over here! I can heal you!
Okay.
I found one of our critics.
Their team's capture progress has passed the halfway point.
I like the cold.
Just what the doctor ordered.
Be your best self. This is where we need to much better.
I am barely wounded.
That one hurts.
For a trick.
We got trouble. Psionic surge!
Here's how you judge! Jury! Executioner!
Disappear!
They've almost got it!
Vortex field!
I am Asgard's might!
Vortex field! Psionic surge!
Control seized! You'll have to keep fighting until we have a winner.
It's clobbering time!
Psionic burst!
Your powers are
Anyone willing to help?
Wow. We got it. Nice.
It feels good to step outside my bubble every now and then.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, we did it. Nice.
30 seconds before you
First
attack.
round so
Get
far.
ready.
What a magnificent place.
It is my home. We must save it.
From Dr. Doom?
Doom is no threat to Asgard, but Loki is.
The battle
Yeah,
starts
let's give
in
it a shot.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
They say that music brings the world together. But right now, I think we need superheroes for that. Thanks so much.
Spider-Man, run. Think about what you
A nice deep freeze. Invisible?
Looks like the mission area is yours to capture now.
Vortex field! Psionic burst! They outnumber us!
Let's rumble!
Force burst!
They captured the mission area!
Okay. They're trying to counter now.
Force burst! Clear the way! I was worried. That's much better. That one hurts.
what the doctor ordered.
I got you covered. Anyone willing to help? Hell unleashed! Disappear!
Asgard's might!
Clear the way! Turn around. Control Clearly you needed some help.
After my step,
Disappear!
missionaries. Your powers are mine!
Thanks so much.
Disappear! Feel the pull! Control lost! Their team's capture progress has passed the halfway point.
It's clear I'm still needed here.
Oh yeah. It's okay.
Not ready to perform quite yet. I suck. Anyone willing to help? Feel the pull!
Awaken the rage of battle. Turret, take cover. Good medicine.
They've almost got it!
Judge, you jury, executioner.
Here's how you shoot! Usually you have to lead a target. How with this arrow? Nice.
Force burst! Psionic burst!
We'll have to keep fighting until we have a winner. Control seized!
Good Portal Strange.
That's much better.
Okay. Okay.
Nice.
Clearly you needed some
Just
help.
as the doctor ordered.
Force burst! Psionic burst!
I am strengthened for battle.
Captured more than half of the mission area. Keep going.
Vortex field! What am I? Invisible? That's much better. I'm ready to put on a show! Disappear! Force burst! See them? Psionic surge! Disappear!
Here's how
Hell unleashed!
I unleash the Vishanti's power!
Good medicine.
Psionic surge!
Nope. Nope. Oh well. Oh well.
After all these years, saving the world still hasn't
At least
gotten
I'm not
old.
DPSing or tanking. Those are gonna be a lot more crucial.
Seconds before you attack. Get ready.
Okay.
How could anyone defile such a beautiful place?
My brother only sees beauty and control.
What a sad
At least
way
they
to
didn't
see
screw
the
up the
world.
characters in this game. Wish there were more good Marvel shows. out there.
Yeah, if you can go Mantis, that'd be solid, bro.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
Remains prepared.
Though battles take me across the stars, my heart is here and always will be.
Okay.
We got company. I require some aid.
Vortex field!
Destroy the Punisher's turret.
Thanks.
Oh god, I missed that up.
Looks like the mission area is yours to capture now.
What a stretch.
That's much better.
Oh, of course.
I feel better already.
Vortex field!
We captured the mission area.
Need some healing.
Psionic burst!
Pull-up time.
Force burst! Clearly you needed some help.
Nice.
Help. So cold.
Our enemies are near.
I'll get you next time. Field. A little help, please.
I am Asgard's might!
I got you covered.
Clobbering time!
Some assistance, please.
Feel the pull. Psionic surge.
But to scratch. Judge!
I am
jury! Executioner!
Get off my hay.
Force burst.
Oh yeah!
I count a few too many of them.
I unleash the Vishanti's power.
No worries. I got your back.
Mission area. Keep going.
Disappear!
They got behind you.
Disappear! Fantastic. We've got trouble. Psionic surge! Psionic surge!
I'm
Okay.
good medicine.
Your powers are mine!
Disappear! I won't disappear so easily.
Control
We're
lost.
not doing too terrible right now. Okay.
Wait for his tank, guys.
This time I need healing. Needed that boost. My cosmic might returns. I kicked the Punisher out of his turret.
Thanks.
Oh god, I double jumped again. No, we're trying not to do that.
Quantum magic.
Their team's capture progress has passed the halfway point.
Judge! Jury! Executioner! My need was great.
A little help, please. Psionic surge! Feel the pull! Hell unleashed! Clearly you needed some help. Psionic surge!
Just what the doctor ordered. I'm gonna miss that wizard. Destiny is not kind to you.
They've almost got it!
I'll get you next time.
Healing power.
I have many faces.
Here's how you shoot!
Disappear! Feel the pull!
I require some aid.
Clear the way!
Your powers are mine!
Vishanti's power.
Asgard's might!
Now let's keep fighting until we have a winner.
Rise, my friends!
Anyone willing to help?
I kicked the Punisher out of his turret.
Good job, guys.
Second chances.
Nice job.
The area's almost yours!
I love you. You're so hot.
Quantum magic.
We have triumphed, friends. An enemy strange is near.
Hela is never wounded. What am I? Invisible?
Wait, does that mean Ragnarok is coming?
Feel the pull! Disappear!
Keep fighting until we have a winner.
Feeling fantastic. No worries. I've got your back. Tech field.
Yep, we did it.
Looking sharp.
Yes, we did it. We did it.
Victory!
Sweet.
Big win!
Yeah. And to no surprise, DX kicks ass with Hawkeye. Okay. Awesome. Beautiful. Yes. Alrighty. Good job. 1735. 1735. Cool. Yep. Here we go. Let's do this. It's a 4 stacked. It should be interesting. Alright, I think this is gonna be my last match I'm gonna show on OBS because it's getting late.
Which hero do you think you want to be today?
Okay.
I'm not the type who fades quietly into the background.
Now, who am I gonna banish from this match?
Nice. Okay, here we go. Okay. So no Spider-Man, huh? Okay. Cool.
You'll need a top-notch team to win this one.
Okay. Sweet.
Round 1,
It
go!
feels good to step outside my bubble every now and then.
Alright, let's give it a shot.
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
You know my element guns shoot lightning. You know, just like that hammer of yours.
Mjolnir does not shoot lightning. It channels the unfettered power of the great cosmic mother storm.
So, I'm guessing you don't want to trade then.
Not
Hey.
even in your wildest of dreams, Lord of
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Your attacks are futile.
I hope this is important. Reed and I had a date night planned.
Get that vehicle to its destination.
Help! So cold.
Ha! Much better.
A little help, please. Vortex field!
Twas but a scratch.
Psionic surge! Force burst! That's much
Oh
better.
god, the game is stuttering again.
Time.
Time to roll out.
No worries, I got your back.
Much better.
Vortex field!
Here they come. Appreciate the boost.
Clear the way!
I seem to be unprotected.
Force burst!
Stand down!
I am ready to put on a show!
Mutant kind!
Psionic surge! Disappear! You're on our team now, Zero. Unwilling to help?
I feel like myself again.
You're halfway there. Keep going.
Fear Magneto!
Vortex field!
here. So close. Yep. They have 2 healers on the other side.
I'll fight for my family until the end.
Get that vehicle moving again!
Vortex field!
That's what I needed.
Time is precious. The Master Weaver needs help.
Tandy needs help. A lot depends on this cargo.
Vortex field!
Against the world! Time! Only 60 seconds left.
Clear the way!
Needed that boost. Heads up, back guys.
Vortex field! Psionic burst!
Get that vehicle moving again!
Ice up! Force burst!
Down to 30 seconds.
I'm trying.
Come on! Wish I could have saved to lose.
Only so much I can do here.
Back in action.
Only so much I can do here.
I am ready to put on a show!
I am fairly wounded.
I like disappear!
Incoming.
Stand clear, Sub-Zero!
Nope.
I feel
Nope. DS cannot
The
be the
current
only
score
DPS.
is
They couldn't do
0
much.
to
Nope.
0. Time to switch things up, including which side you're on.
Yep. There's only so much I can do there.
I'm not the type who fades
Oh.
quietly into the background.
The right heroes could make all
So
the
my
difference.
healing unfortunately was not taken advantage of. Not sure how good that Winter Soldier is though. Who knows? And the Star-Lord. Oh boy. Speaking of which. Wait a minute. Who did not get any kills at all? Wow. The DPS did not get a kill at all.
Round
Wow.
2.
We didn't ask to be heroes, but we always answer the call.
Wow. There's only so much you can do. And a DPS
They'll be
doesn't
coming
get
in 30
kills,
seconds. Stay
even if
strong.
you're giving them healing. Oh god, I love when that happens.
You ever see Gamora or Drax out there in your empire?
I am afraid not.
I gotta find them. They're the closest thing I have to family.
Yeah, I'm not sure how this is gonna go. Oh well.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3.
Even just
2,
reaching Grandmaster
1.
will be a nice thing to have before this season is over.
Prepare yourselves.
This sure isn't the Earth that I remember. Oh, man.
Yep.
You need to stop that vehicle in its tracks.
Alright, yeah. Do we have good DPSers? I don't know.
I was worried.
Perhaps I should be
Force burst!
grateful.
Quicken the rage of battle.
Psionic surge!
Nope. Nope. This is not going well.
Futile!
Nope. This one
Better
is.
stop that
This one is
Thought you
pretty
wouldn't see me
forgettable.
again?
Well. Nothing much happening here, folks.
A great and generous king.
I count a few too many of them. Force burst! What am I?
This went
Invisible?
nowhere. That was pretty boring. Next.
Final score 0.
Our
to
DPS were
1.
not getting any kills on the first round. That was bad. Nope. That was pretty forgettable.
Well, you can't
Next.
expect to win them all.
Yeah, that was forgettable. Next. Jix can't be the only one doing the kills. Yep, that was pretty forgettable. I'm gonna cut the OBS feed here because it's getting late, but it's been fun. At least did some Rainbow Six Siege matches, even if it was just solo. So, yeah, anyway, gotta go, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow.